I recall seeing him round the hospital, but I don't remember which leg it was.
I do. It was his right. He had a cast on for nearly a month.
Oh, his right leg.
Which means he would be favoring it and thereby putting more weight on the left foot.
Thus making a deeper impression down by the lake.
It's a very interesting theory, but how on earth do we prove it?
Well, we have to reenact the little episode down by the lake.
How do we get him to do that?
Well, I didn't need him in boots or anything. I mean, it's not the tread we're after at this point. It doesn't matter. It's the impression which is important.
So first off, we need some mud.
Right. Gatehouse.
Oh, no. I've been doing all I can to keep him away from there.
Yeah, I see your point.
I've got it. The park. I will surprise him at the library with a picnic and the suggestion that we eat it in the park.
Right. I'll wet down the area, and then all you got to do is get him to walk through it.
Just tell me where.
The entrance to the park, there's a bench with some bushes behind it.
The first bench you see when you come in?
Right. Now, I'll wet down the area, make a nice little quagmire out of it, and then, well, I don't know how you're going to do it, but you got to get him to walk through it.
1 o'clock, all right?
Yeah, perfect. But listen, he must not be suspicious at this point that we're onto him.
Oh, don't worry. I have no intention of being the next one on his list.
You be careful, Celia.
Just pray it works.
Do you think he knew we were here?
No. I just think he happens to be a very careful man.
What do we do next?
Back to the drawing board.
Robert, but I can't bear the thought of my husband being in prison and me out here doing nothing for him.
Look, the best thing you can do for your husband at the moment is to look after yourself.
Well, he wouldn't be locked up if it weren't for me.
Yeah, well, Putnam had a big say in that. Look, I don't have to tell you that we're dealing with one very dangerous guy here.
Well, I know how to handle him.
Well, if you do, you're the only one. You're already in this up to your neck. Get in any deeper, no telling what might happen.
I might be able to help free my husband even sooner.
You might also wind up dead.
Take my chances.
Well, I can't allow that to happen.
Robert, how are you going to get Grant Putnam's footprints without my help?
Look, I'll manage. Now, look, you forget about the prints and anything else to do with this case, except, of course, protecting yourself. Look, you shouldn't even be here.
I was very careful. I drove Grant to the university. I watched him while he walked into the classroom, and then I drove over here. I waited until Holly left. Then I rang...
I forgot the key to my cash box, and See?
Holly.
What is this? What's going on around here?
That while I was in the area and having several appointments, why not pop in and say hello to
Celia.
Robert? What?
Save it.
Pardon?
The song and dance.
I don't understand.
Neither do I. Is it unreasonable to expect my best friend and my husband to treat me as anything more than a fool?
What do you mean?
It's obvious that something is going on here. A 4-year-old could see that.
Holly, don't be silly.
Why should I be any different to you two?
As I said, I just stopped in to say hello, but now I really must be going. Let's have lunch sometime, all right? I'll call you soon. Bye, Robert.
Bye.
Well?
Shouldn't you be getting to the spa?
You and Celia are having an affair, right?
I think you know me better than that.
Well, then what is going on? Robert!
I heard.
Well, then answer.
I can't. Look, I care too much about you to see you put in any sort of a dangerous situation.
I'm waiting.
For what?
For you to pat me on the head, give me a lollipop, and send me on my way.
Oh, Holly.
Look at me. Touch me. You see, I won't break. I'm not a china doll. What can I do to prove that to you? I'm probably just as good a detective as you are. In fact, I'll prove it to you.
Holly! Holly!
Morning.
Oh, hello, Josh.
Any trouble getting in?
Even because of the wind?
Yeah, it's really cranked up out there.
No, but I'm glad I wasn't riding a bike into us. Otherwise, I didn't think I'd have made it.
Yeah, there's a storm brewing for sure. Inside as well as out.
Oh, and what's that cryptic comment supposed to mean?
Well, I've got some information for you.
You do? I might just make a detective out of you yet. What's that?
Mrs. Barrington. I mean, she got real ticked off at Leo the other day. And from what I saw, she couldn't decide whether to hit him or to cry.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't get close enough to find out what they were talking about, but whatever it was, she wasn't too thrilled about it.
Oh, that's curious.
I just thought you might like to know.
Yeah, I do. Thanks. Thanks for being my eyes and ears, Josh.
Anytime.
Is she in today?
Who?
Mrs. Barrington? The lady we were just talking about?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she is, actually. Yeah, that's what's so strange. You know, I would have bet a week's salary that she wouldn't show. But she's here, as if nothing happened.
Well, maybe nothing did.
Believe me, if you saw what I did, something happened, and Leo knows about it.
Yeah, well, wouldn't surprise me.
Hey, wait till you catch her act today.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Well, she's trying too hard. You know how you can always tell when people are, like, working overtime to try to make you think everything's normal?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's Mrs. Barrington. It is, I'm telling you, she was darn crazy.
She's here.
I'm leaving.
Okay, here. Mrs. Barrington?
Yes.
I thought you might like to have a sneak preview of some of the new items we got into the boutique.
Oh, maybe not today.
Well, I don't think they're going to be around for long. Some of them are just fantastic. We have a whole new line of exercise clothing. Really, they're almost so good you wouldn't want to wear them for workout.
Well, I think I've just about had it for the workout.
Pardon?
Not today, some other time, dear.
I've got some really nice robes, too. I think you'd like them.
I'm really not interested, Holly.
Something wrong?
But why did you say that?
Well, you seem a little out of sorts.
Do I? I'm sorry.
Something bothering you?
No, nothing important.
You can tell me, you know.
Well, there's nothing to tell.
Mrs. Barrington, please forgive my frankness, but I don't believe you. Obviously, something or someone is upsetting you, and I'd really like to help you if I can, but there's nothing I can do if you don't tell me what the problem is.
Well, it's personal.
Well, whatever you tell me, I assure you will be kept in the strictest of confidence. You know, I saw the same thing happen to Sylvia Whitby. She was obviously depressed about something. And after a time, she stopped coming here altogether. I'd hate to see that happen to you.
Well, it already has.
What? What happened?
Well, if I
There
tell
you are.
Will you...
Oh, weren't you expecting me?
Hello, Leo.
Mrs. Scorpio.
You?
Do you know what time it is?
I know.
It's time for your massage. Don't tell me you forgot.
Well, yes, well, no, not exactly. I just don't want a massage today.
Oh, nonsense. As your physical consultant, I simply will not allow you to do this to yourself. You've been awfully tense lately.
Why do you think that is?
I think one of my special massages will be just the best thing in the world for you.
Yes, but-
Excuse us, right this way.
but
no,
I-
no,
I
no,
think
I know
Leo-
what's best for you.
What do you think?
Well, there is definitely something wrong with her.
Yeah, the guy she walked off with.
Well, I'm not sure, but I'm determined to find out.
You think that's safe?
You been talking to my husband?
No. Why?
Well, you sound just like him.
No kidding.
Well, this is one mystery that Police Commissioner Robert Scorpio is not going to stop me from solving. He can have as many secrets as he likes with my former best friend.